I don't know about you all, but these are slow to be found. But when we do find them, we enjoy to review them. So can't wait to kind of put our thoughts about.
Have we really been enjoying reviewing these?
I enjoy reviewing them. I didn't say I necessarily enjoy. It's the company that I enjoy.
I guess let's find out if this is going to be enjoyment or not.
Let's do it. Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I'm David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are going to review Stagg 24D. Am I under the understanding that 25A is already out somewhere? Have I heard
if it
that?
is, I haven't seen it.
I haven't. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be in our area.
I don't know. I think with Stagg anymore, we're just the last people that have seen it. Now, I will say there was a whole bunch of Staggs that was released at Buffalo Trace pre-flooding. And I think they even had like some batch 12s, batch 13s, 14s, stuff like that. Now, like there was just like a random assortment of things. So
I feel like if you're going to start wanting Buffalo Trace, you're going to have to go to Buffalo Trace and get it.
I mean, look, give Buffalo Trace a lot of credit. They have just decided, like, you know what? We can just sell 500 bottles of Stagg or 500 bottles of Blanton straight from the barrel.
We don't have to send it anywhere.
Or 30-something, 60-something bottles of V.H. Shaler seasoned oak. You know, it's just cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whatever. All right, so talking about this Stagg, this is obviously done at Buffalo Trace. It's 127.4 proof. We believe they're around like 6, 8, 9 years old, somewhere in there with the blend.
Yeah.
It's a Mashville one, supposedly recipe. There's a lot of these things we don't know. We just assume. And MSRP is $70.
Good luck.
Good luck. Hey, you know what? I'll say this, and a lot of you all have said this in the comments, and I get not everybody has. I get it. But since Buffalo Trace has started making 4 batches now, it seems like a lot more of you are starting to find them.
Yeah, that is true.
So, but that is a conversation of quantity over quality.
Yeah, that is true. Do us a favor, hit the like, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and that way you can know when we're putting videos out. Yeah, right away, it's kind of got a sweet nose to it.
A little bit.
A little appley smell in there, like a Granny Smith apple. You know, I like Granny Smith makes a really good apple.
You gotta spit that out.
She makes a really good apple.
It has a little bit of a medicinal note. I remember before drinking this, by the way, it's the second time we've had to review this.
No, it's not. Don't let him lie to you.
There was a really bad medicinal note on there, and it's not there as much as what it was.
Yeah, this has been open for a little bit.
It has.
Yeah, so.
But, you know, it's crazy. I think this was an overfill bottle. Lucky, I guess. Because I was comparing, like, where we were after we had pours of it, and it was still pretty dang full.
Yeah.
I used to have an overfill bottle of that. I think it was, like, batch 18. That was a good batch.
18?
It was either 18 or 16. It's one of the good batches.
Those were, I mean, honestly, going through there, like, those were good batches altogether.
Yeah, those were good batches. Miss those days.
Yeah. All right, nothing crazy stands out. It just smells a little sweety, a little appley, little...
You have like a little bit of an apple note, I agree. You have some heat on there and like a little bit of like sweetness, but like sugary.
I felt like it was ethanol-y the first time, but I don't get that as much on this.
It's still there, but it's not as much as what it was. Yeah, there it is.
That is just very strong on the front end. You know, you're used to...
It's all the worst parts of a cough syrup.
Yeah. It's like you're used to a little bit of punch from Staggs, generally speaking, on the front end, but that's like... That's just overdone.
It's like hot oak.
Yeah. It's just weird. It seems very like... this is going to sound terrible, but it feels like a lazy batch.
No, actually, you know what? That's actually a really good call. Yeah, there's cherry on there. There's some brown sugar.
The cherry is heavy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like a heavy medicinal, like cough syrup. It's not like that cherry isn't like overpowering. Like where I think some people, including myself, will at times with some older age wild turkey get like that medicinal cherry note. Mm-hmm. But you really get cherry. Like on here, you're getting more medicinal than cherry.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
And that oak presence with that heat just merges, and I agree with you. It just smacks you right in the palate.
The crazy thing is that the finish isn't long. Really?
No, not really.
Like it just...
I agree.
It's like it's all right there in that front and mid palate, and then it's just kind of like, all right, bring me another drink and see what that does. And I don't know, it's just... It doesn't feel like a Stagg.
No, I think you actually made a good point. I think it drinks very lazy, and or it was put together like in like a lazy way. But this goes back to my argument of, what do people want? Like, do people want more of an available bottle?
Yeah.
But then you lose the quality of it, or do you want something that there's less quality, less chance to get, but then it's just better? Like it, and I get it. It's like, well, would I rather have something that's, would I rather be able to go and get a cheeseburger from McDonald's or a cheeseburger from like a 4-star restaurant,
I mean, sometimes just a McDonald's cheeseburger is really good.
I mean, that's true.
But I get what you're saying. I just look and go, Buffalo Trace knows that they can put this out and it's going to sell.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
and I'm not blaming.
And the price point, and let me say this: price point could be $100. People are still going to buy it off shelves.
And I don't think
it's only $7.
And I don't think that that's their intention necessarily to do that. But they can put this out, even if they don't feel like it's their best one, and go, all right, we've put out so many good ones in the past. We can be forgiven for one. Or they don't even think about it and they just go, here's the next Stagg. Enjoy it.
But you know what, though? When was the last time you had a Stagg where you're like, man, that was really great? Not counting picks. Because we have had...
Picks.
To be fair, we've had some really great picks come through this area.
Picks,
like,
probably...
The pick standpoint is still money. It's still on,
Yeah. A little bit of water knocks down that medicinal note on it a bit. Kind of softens it just a little bit. Still doesn't make it great. And if you're like most people in the bourbon world, you don't really necessarily want to have to add water. And I know there's some distilleries and stuff that would tell you, like, sometimes we design them to have water put in them because it changes the makeup of it or whatever. But generally speaking, it's okay.
I don't think it's okay. Let me ask you a question. Have we reviewed anything worse this year? I can't think of one.
The Elijah Craig A125.
Okay, fair.
Was close.
Okay, that's fair. That's up there.
But I mean, it's close. But it is what it is. I wouldn't go searching this out. If this made its way in front of you, and this isn't something that you normally find available, and your liquor store says, "Hey, I have a Stagg. Do you want to buy it for $70?"
Most people are still going to take it.
Most people are going to buy it. Like,
here's what I would tell you: try it on a bar, see if you like it, and then if you don't, try to trade out of it with like another Stagg.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be honest with you. That's not very good. That's a pass for me. As somebody who is a huge Stagg fan, and I defend Staggs.
Yeah.
But we're just to this weird point where it's quantity over quality, and I think one of the worst things that's happening in bourbon is that. But at the same time, I understand it to an extent because now more people are going to have that available to them. So it's tough because I'm saying, what I'm not trying to say, which it sounds like I'm saying, is I want less bourbon so that way it's better quality, which is what I don't want. But at the same time, like, that's just the reality that we're in right now.
Yeah.
So,
all right. If you've had this, tell us what you think about it. Tell us your feelings on it. We'd love to know if you totally disagree with us. We'd love to hear that stuff too. All of it. And until next time,
we'll see you.
We'll see you.